In this quick guide, I'm going to show you an easy way to get a bunch of Grant Company seals. And what this method involves is simply churning in dungeon drops for seals. A lot of players don't realize this, but at NPCs called sergeants in the respective company, you can do it at any of these. It doesn't have to be yours, and these are found at basically anywhere where there's a leave mate, and they've got this icon over their head. So you click on their name, or click on the NPC, click on Supply and Provisioning Missions, then Expert Delivery, and what you'll find here is there's a huge list that includes dungeon drops, and every one you turn in will give 159 seals for the Wanderer's Palace drops, or 170 something for Amdapor Keep drops. So you can see this is for Wanderer's Palace. I don't really need it, so I can turn it in. 159 seals, and I don't want to turn in any of my crafting gear. There's another piece. So you can just keep turning these in, and the reason this works so well is because right now most players already have all of the Amdapor Keep drops that they could ever use. They don't use them for anything, so they just rot. So if you roll Greed, you can practically pick up every single item drop, which is 4 items per run, 600 to 700 seals per run depending on which dungeon you're doing. And you can just turn these in after each dungeon, or even save up a few. The only thing is, there's only so many slots that will appear on this list. So, as you can see, all my mining and provisioning gear, or my mining and crafting gear shows up here. It kind of clogs up with some of the slots, but I've already churned in everything that I have. So, if you do have some gear here, you might have to churn in some things before some of the free spots will show. But regardless, it's a really easy way to get seals. And the reason you want seals is because eventually they're going to raise the cap and introduce new items, so you really want to be capped out when they do that. That's 50,000 seals. Plus you can buy the engineering and the survival manual to get bonus experience point on your crafting and gathering classes. And finally, there is the 10,000 seal item that lets you reset your stat points, which is really nice too. That's your bonus attribute points here. And what I like to do is, when you're leveling, you want to put a bunch in Vitality, and then once you get some tier eye level 90 gear, it's got so much Vitality, like this piece and the legs, 33 Vitality, you can then use the reset and move everything over to your primary stat to boost your damage once you don't need the extra health anymore. And at this same NPC, they also have the, I'm lagging a bit, okay. They also have these provisioning missions, which you can turn in items you gather. These give a decent number of seals too, but they're good for experience points as well. The supply missions are okay. Again, decent number of seals, but it's kind of more of a pain because you actually have to go out of your way to make this stuff and turn this in, where these, you just roll Greed when you're in the dungeon. You do 8 to 10 runs each week to get your tombstone cap. And if you're trying to cap out your mythology tombstones for the week, you're going to run into like 20 or 30 pieces of equipment that you can turn in and get, thousands of seals each week. It won't take you very long to reach the 50k cap, and that's without doing any leaves. So I just wanted to share that tip with you, and just because most people seem to let the gear rot, so it's just so easy to pick up extra seals this way. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and stick around for the next one.